Hello everyone, welcome to another video brought to you by WebVidTuts.com. This is video 21 in the HTML training series, and in this video we'll be learning about forms and how we can put a form on our web pages and just the uses for a form, what they can do, what you can use them for, just all of that stuff. So let's go ahead and begin this video. I'll go ahead and show you a couple ways that you can use a form for. For instance, on the WebVidTuts.com site, we have a form right here for user login. We have a field that you can put your username in, and then your password, and then log into our site if you're a member of the site. We also have a form for registering for the site right here. Let you put all your information in, your password, email, first name, and then you can register for the site, and then once you're registered you can go ahead and log in with your credentials right there. So that's some of the uses for a form. Another use could be putting comments on YouTube's. They have forms for that. Type in your comment, and then it'll send that information to their server, and then it'll put it on that video that you're on. So that's some uses for the forms. So let's go ahead and begin typing the forms out. To start declaring a form, you have to write the form tag, and then go down here and write the closing tag for the form. Right in your body too, right in the body, between the body. Oh, what did I just do? Between the body tags. So this is the form right here. When you write a form, nothing's going to show up on your web page, because basically this is like a container for where all you're going to put your fields at, like the input field for username, password, and the submit button. And so let's start writing a text field. We'll go ahead and put input, and then right after input we have to write the type, because there's different inputs such as like password, the text field, radio buttons. Them are all inputs that you can put on your form. And then right here we're going to type text. Now this is going to make a text box. So the type is going to be text, and that's going to make a text box. And we're going to go ahead and put name as username. The name field is for when you are sending this information to a PHP script or an ASP.NET script, and it'll handle all this information in your form, and it'll do all the work it needs to do that you define for it, like all the server stuff. And this will make you log in if you have a login script. But that's for like PHP and ASP.NET. In this HTML series we won't be doing any data regarding any PHP scripts or anything. So if you guys want to learn how to submit information to a server and work with databases, go ahead and just check out my PHP training series, and you'll learn that once I get to it. So this is going to make a text box right here. Go ahead and load this, and we have a text box right here, and we can type in any kind of text, just like any regular text box on a website. Right before that, we'll go ahead and type username. And this is just declaring that, hey, this is where you put your username at. And then right below that, we're going to type password. And then right now, we're going to make a password field. Now, since a text box has straight text on it, well, we don't want that for password. We want the users to be able to conceal their password, just in case anyone's looking behind them and checking their computer out. Well, we want to give them the courtesy of what's the word called, of hiding their password, I guess you'd say. So we have to make a password field right here, and what this you want to do is each character we type is going to put a dot for it. I'll show you that one second. Password name equals password. Let's go ahead and save that. Like you see how this is straight text, the password conceals the straight text to dots, so that no one can check out what your password is when you're typing it. And after that, we have to have some way of submitting our information to our server. So we have to put input type equals submit, and then name equals submit, and then we're going to do this value, and we're going to change that to login. All the value is that is the text that's going to show up on the button itself. This is a button right here, the submit button. And as you can see, login is right here on the button. The value is what it's going to show on the button, and our little user login field is completed. We log in. It isn't going to do anything since we don't have a script for it, but that is the basics of how you make a form. Some other things you can put on a form would be like a reset button. What that's going to do is reset all the fields to blank. So what you have to do is make an input, type equals reset, name, type reset, value, we're going to type reset form. Let me just go ahead and show you what it's going to do. As I'm typing this, let's say I screwed up my login and I don't want to go ahead and hit delete or backspace and backspace. Just hit reset form, it'll clear all this for you. This is useful for like big forms that you have like screwed up like every form or every field on it up. Just hit reset form and you can start fresh. And another thing you can put on your form is some checkboxes. What you can do is input type equals checkbox, name equals checkbox. We'll go ahead and put, this is useful for like if you want to let users subscribe to your newsletter. So if they log in, you want to subscribe to the newsletter? Sure, why not? And then it'll send the information to your script. Some more things you can put in there are radio buttons. And how you do radio buttons is you type radio, and when you're deciding between two radio buttons, like yes or no, the name has to be the same. So I'll put decision for the name. So we have two radio buttons right here with the same name, and that's going to let us pick between one or the other. So yes or no. Let's go ahead and write that actually. Let's go ahead and put a break right here. Separate some of this. Break right here. Put a break down here. Since this is I can't even say it. XHTML, we have to put the little thing right there, right on that break button. Since we're using XHTML now, we have our document type right here, like we were in the last video. Alright, so back to this. Right, yes. Or no, nope. No. Say yes or no. Okay. But if they don't have the same name, let's put decision 1. What it's going to do is it'll let you select both of them, which that's not what you want. That's not the purpose of a radio button. The purpose of the radio button is to give you one choice between between two or one. What am I saying? One, like two or multiple decisions, like yes or no, or maybe. Also that. Let's see. Let's add another one. So we go maybe. Type equals radio name equals decision. Close that off. So now I have a choice between yes, no, or maybe. This has no use because I didn't put like anything right there. And then that's basically, let me think of if there's any more. That's really all you need to know right now. One more thing you need to know if you're actually going to code the script to handle all this information. Let's say we want to send this form, or let's name the form form 1, or actually we'll just name it login, the login form. And let's say we want to send this information to a script. All we have to write is action equals, and then wherever your script is, the file name. So like login script.php, and then it'll send all this information to that script on your web server. One more thing you have to put is method equals post. And this is if you're submitting information, and then there's also one that's get. This is basically for like if you're receiving information from your server. I'll explain that more once in the PHP training series, because you guys really don't need to know about this right now. And that is basically all for the forums. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and subscribe on our YouTube channel, and go ahead and register as a member on our site at webvidtuts.com. And I will see you all later. Goodbye.